Hello, welcome to the Jones Zone. So I've got something a little bit different for you today. We're going to be playing a bit of PS4, and as you can see, we're playing Formula One 2019. Now I've got an interesting sort of history when it comes to racing games, and that history is I am terrible at driving games. Um, I've been playing this one for a little while, trying to get a little bit better at driving games, and yeah, I mean I've come last in a lot of races, but all in all, um, it's not been too bad. I came second in a race, behind Hamilton. So as you can see here, you just sort of, you do practice sessions and you do a qualifying and you do a race. Now my tendency is I crash into everything, which I know is not what you're supposed to do. Which I always get rewarded with that with a lot of penalties, which is why I think I've been doing so badly lately. Um, but yeah, I thought this might be quite fun, a little bit different. I'm just sort of trying out these video game uh, vlogs. I'm not really a gamer. I'm what you'd call a casual gamer. Um, so yeah, this should be interesting. Um, let's see how I do. I mean, this vlog's going to be called "I'm Terrible at Driving Games," but I guarantee, since coming up with that idea, I'm not going to look as terrible. So the computer always sort of starts you off. I always do the flying lap thing because you get a bit of a countdown into it. If you drive out from the pit, you don't really get a countdown. It just sort of expects you to know when you're supposed to take over. Um, Now it's raining on this track, which basically means I'm gonna fuck this royally up. Um, Hopefully not, but I'm assuming I'm supposed to know when to use specific tires. Spoiler alert, I don't. I just stick with the ones that they give me at the start, but I think that's wrong. You would think I would learn a thing or two about Formula One from playing this game, but in actual fact, I've learned absolutely fuck all, to be honest. Um, it's not, it's not an easy game. Let me tell you that. And I mean, I feel like I've cheated a bit. I've put everything on very easy, but it doesn't feel very easy. I picked a Renault because they expect literally nothing from me. But yeah, I mean, I came second in a race, so who knows? Usually what ends up happening is in the practice sessions and the qualifying, I tend to get P1. So, oh, and here we go, I've crashed. The classic. Yeah, that's my problem. I go into corners too fast, and then, yeah, so whenever I do that, I just go back to the garage, start again. Um, I always start at P7 in my practice sessions because that's where I am in the championship. Um, yeah, I'm not doing well on the reputation side of things either. That's an interesting development. Yeah, I'm just gonna simulate all these practice sessions because the practice sessions are boring. I just want to get onto a bit of the race, and that way you can see me get overtaken by like everybody, which is always fun. I like getting pole. I don't get it very often, but when I like getting pole because they always make you do a formation lap, and if I'm not first, I will royally fuck that up because I can't not overtake cars when we're supposed to drive at certain speeds. I'm horrendously bad at it. And if you do, you usually get a penalty. So I tried to get pole position. That way, I'm leading. So I don't need to worry about where my car is. Now, the qualifying is interesting because you don't actually have the other cars on the track with you. You see that they're like sort of ghostly outlines and you can drive through them, which I always thought was a bit interesting. I tend to always sort of skip these bits normally. But because it's a vlog, I'll probably just give you a little bit of it. Yeah, see, all this information here means absolutely nothing to me. I don't know what any of it means. I always just sort of go with it. So let's see what happens. Let's see if I get pole. Probably won't. You never know. Oh, I'm in P1 now, so... But, you know, it's also a wet, slippery track, so you never know. I used to not really slow down at all for the corners, which I think was why I crashed a lot before. But this track's not too bad actually. I quite like this one. Generally, if I don't like a track, I just simulate the race, because if I'm not gonna do well, I might as well let the computer do it for me. I've done that a couple of times because the tracks have just been nightmarish. See, I went into that corner way too fast. But it looks like I'm gonna get pole. I don't want to be too optimistic, but there's a good distance between me and I would imagine that's Hamilton behind me. Ah, see, warning, exceeded track limits. That sort of thing happens to me all the time. I'm either accidentally cutting corners or accidentally going over the track. But there we have it. Pole position. What's nice is on the DualShock 4 controller, in the speaker, your like race captain guy talks to you. So he, like, whenever you get pole, he's like, really great lap there today, and he like, but you can't hear that, and I wouldn't know how to record that audio actually, because I can't get the mic to pick up. Oh, I always bugger up the meet the press. I never know which option to pick, and they only give me 12 seconds to pick. So yeah, I can't read that many answers in 12 seconds, especially with the size of the text. It's ridiculous. I can't even remember what I said there.
Really heating up between you and your rival, aren't they?
Yeah, well, your first rival is always your teammate, which I don't understand.
Appreciate your time.
And yeah, I picked my second rival. I picked my rival from F2 because this game makes you start playing. It makes you start out your career playing Formula 2, which is fine. It meant I could be really, really terrible in the like lesser important races. Yeah, see, this video, I've got a feeling is not going to turn out to be as funny as I thought it would be, because I've been practicing. And I haven't been really practicing on purpose. The reason I've been practicing is because I've got a bit hooked to this game, despite not liking driving games. Which is interesting, but let's see how the start of this race goes. I doubt I'm going to finish first, because it's probably going to be raining, isn't it? Is it raining? Oh, it doesn't look like it's raining. See, there's your race strategy, and the race strategy is just the amount of times you go for a pit stop, which I think is weird. See, here's the formation lap. See, and because I'm first, I'm able to just sort of really gun the car through the lap, which is what I like doing, because, you know, it's the only I'm only really good at full-on accelerating in racing games. I'm never really good at cornering well. Maybe that's why I'm really hooked on this game, though, because you're supposed to go quite fast, but it forces you to try and, you know, be strategic in the way that you play it. But you will have noticed I have not hit anything yet, which is good. Usually I will have hit a few walls or bumped some tires. But generally, because with the formation lap, the other cars don't overtake you. So this is usually like a really nice, easy lap. However, I think its like purpose is pointless. Especially in like this game. I don't really know a lot about Formula 1, so I don't know if formation laps are a thing. But I really don't think it needed to be in this game, because once you get back to the grid, the computer just drives you into it. So you see, right now I'm not controlling the car; the computer's doing it, which is it's weird. It just seems pointless. The computer might as well do the formation lap. You might as well just watch the cars go around. But yeah, and then once everyone lines up, the lights come on, and then it's race time. Now Hamilton is second position, so he's probably going to overtake me straight away. That tends to always be the case. Hamilton and Bottas are probably going to come right up my arse. We shall see. Here we go. Here we go. See, because Renault cars are not the fastest cars. See, there we go, straight away. Hamilton and Bottas right on my arse. This is where my recklessness comes into its own, though. They know when to brake for the corners. Like, they'll brake at the earliest point. I know that, so I gun it a little bit more, then brake after them. That way they fall behind and I go forward. Oh, there we go. I've hit the side. And here comes Hamilton. He's such a dick in this game. Yeah, so this is what I do. I mid-session save. It's my cheat, basically. And I had to improvise here because I didn't think I was going to win. So I just had to film this on my camera because I packed away the game capture card. But yeah, I won. I won the Canadian Grand Prix. No idea how, but there you go. My glorious victory. And that's why you'll notice that the audio quality has changed. The audio of this part is way louder. And that's because I have no control over it. But here we go. I'm going to be at the top of the podium. Lucas Webber was my old teammate in Formula 2. Yeah, my camera's struggling to focus on this bit. But there we go, there I am. I've won. Classic. I do quite like the podium bit. I think the podium bit's a nice touch. There we have it. So that's me apparently being terrible at driving games yet winning the Canadian Grand Prix. I hope you liked this video, and as always, if you did like the video, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. It means a lot to me and it really helps the channel out in a big way. And if you've got any video suggestions for any future vlogs, let me know in the comments. I'm always open to viewer suggestions. Yeah, so with that, thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.